We have a big program today, so we want to get started. Thank you all for being here early on time and for getting your food. I know we have a few people out there in the line, but we're going to get started here. Welcome to the new year and the new season of CBC Luncheons. We appreciate your time and your attendance. My name, if we haven't met yet, is Pat Frew. I'm Executive Director of the Covington Business Council. If you would, please stand for a moment. We're going to have a brief prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Powerful God who spoke the universe into being, we reflect on a new year and the promise of not only growth and prosperity, but also challenges. Life is tough. We live in a fallen world, and we ask your blessing on this time together for our elected officials, Mayor Washington, others here, others not here. Bless this food to our bodies and bless those who have prepared it. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. You can find your seats again. Appreciate your help today. We have a full crowd. We have a few spots here in the front if people are outside looking for places to sit. So I think we're going to be able to fit everybody in here. My prayers were answered today. We overbooked by a little. The mayor is a very popular guy, and we wanted to get as many folks in here as we could. We want to thank our sponsors today, our good friends at St. Elizabeth Healthcare, which once again will be our Luncheon title sponsor in 2026. Our Luncheon sponsor today is the Milburn Group, led by Tony and Amy Milburn, focusing on obviously revitalization of Covington, owning numerous properties, transforming historic buildings, things like Oddfellow Hall, where we have our luncheons usually about every other month, the Globe, Bourbon Bar, Community Montessori, and the Pickle Factory, Boutique Hotel, all part of their vision to boost the city's economic vitality through development and preservation, including the burgeoning Wenzel whiskey. Also winners of our Founders Award, they both were in 2022 for a compilation of all the efforts that they've done to make Covington what it is today. Now, Tony couldn't be here today, but I really wanted to go on about him for a moment just because of all the great things he does in the community. So the next time you see him, just thank him and tell him we appreciate all the support he provides. So our supporting sponsors today are ECT Cleaning, Fort Bank, and Midwest PayLink. BNKY Growth Partnership is our nonprofit spotlight sponsor. DBL Law, again, this year will be our growth report sponsor. Our in-kind sponsors are member anniversary sponsor, Mackey Advisors, A&E Audio, Video, and Event Services, and Crystal and O'Brien Photography. Let's thank all of our valued sponsors. Thank you for your support. Of course, if you would like to add your name to that illuminous list there, Jennifer and I would love to talk to you about ways you can sponsor many of our events, our high-profile events and our medium-profile events or whatever, attendance-wise. But we would love to have your support and to talk about ways you can brand your organization as a supporter of the local business community. We do want to salute our elected officials present today, in addition to Speaker Mayor Ron Washington. Also, Covington City Commissioner James Tebby's here, Covington Independent School Board President Tom Haggard. Also, we have Bellevue Mayor Charlie Cleves in the crowd, Park Hills Council Member Sarah Freilich, and Tom Lampe of the Campbell County Fiscal Court. Also, let's recognize CBC and Foundation board members in the crowd today. I think Jackie Roberto of Madison Design is here, our board chair, as well as others. Would they please stand? And I want to give them a round of applause as well as our elected officials. Thank you for all you do, board members. As far as announcements today, we're excited to unveil our second annual Women Leading Change event. That is going to be next month, Thursday, February 19th at Wenzel Whiskey from 3:30 to 6. The theme this year is entrepreneurial, with speakers from that perspective. Several key sponsorship opportunities remain available, so if you are interested in that, please talk to me afterwards. Networking and hockey with the Cyclones, Wednesday, February 25th. I will be performing the celebrity puck drop that evening at Heritage Bank Center. If Steve Tracy is on skates, he will be delivering the celebrity check that night, I think. So I'll have to watch my back for him. We had so much fun last year and hope you can be a part of that again on Wednesday night, February 25th. I know he's in the crowd today. Bernie McKay of the Hale Foundation announced yesterday that the foundation has officially moved into their new Covington offices at Ralph Hale Square. Isn't that great? Thanks, Bernie. Welcome. Now that you're down the street, Bernie, we can start taking monthly attendance at the luncheon, so you better not miss many. So it's great to have you and Chris in the crowd today, and look forward to having you all as neighbors. So now I want to welcome Lee Kroom, President and CEO of BNKY Growth Partnership. He's going to come to the stage this month and talk about the CBC Nonprofit Spotlight and tell us about all the great things that his agency is doing. Big event coming up here in a few weeks.
Thanks, Pat. Wow, thank you for having me. A sold out CBC Luncheon just for the Nonprofit Spotlight today. I tell you, why are you laughing? No.
Trying to watch you get off the stage with that big head of yours.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got it into the ballroom here. I probably need a crane for that thing. So no, but seriously, thank you for being here. Appreciate the opportunity. Going to do just a real quick update for you. I always like to start with just a moment of gratitude. We mentioned this last night. We're very blessed. We get to do this work on behalf of a really quality community. The companies you see on this slide entrust us with significant financial investment that allows us to do this work. We don't do it without them. So thank you to all of our investors that you see on that slide before you. Last year was a really interesting year in economic development. There was a new term that came out called VUCA, which is volatility, uncertainty, chaos, and something that starts with an A.
Ambiguity.
Oh, thank you. Ambiguity. Oh, thank God it was ambiguity. Uncertainty really ruled the day, but we delivered, I think, really some quality results for the community. Two great projects here in Covington, the one in KY Center, our new home, and then Spark House, the new home of Blue North Entrepreneurship. The Northern Kentucky Port Authority is the owner and developer of both of those. Lots of partners in both of those projects, including the city. Really excited this year. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll break ground on the new CCBE, which will transform what is today a surface parking lot across from River Center into the future home of UK Medical School and Northern Kentucky Law School, generating occupational tax and activity and vibrancy in what today is a surface parking lot. So we're super excited to get that kicked off this year. One of the things I personally, because I care, am excited about is our investment in education. We partnered with organizations like the Spirit of Construction Foundation, Educate NKY, the Bray Family Foundation to generate almost $1 million of investment in K through 12 programming in 3 specific programs. Adopt a Class, which serves greater than 51% free and reduced lunch classrooms to teach them. Carrie's right in front of me. I know Saini is a huge Adopt a Class organization. You get to engage with the classroom and teach them about the world of work for kids that are really at risk. We love the Adopt a Class program. Trades NKY, a program that started in Campbell County that teaches kids about careers in trades and manufacturing. We want to see them scale to every school in Northern Kentucky that wants to have that type of programming. And then last but not least, Navigo to help kids as they proceed to graduation, having their own specific plan. So again, really thrilled to generate almost $1 million, almost $500,000 from our own coffers into those programs. Again, worked with Blue North to generate a study on why entrepreneurship is really important to help Dave in his work. We completed a target industry study. This will be the focus of our annual Economic Development Forum, which will be on Friday, January 30th, talking about what are the sectors that really help drive the economy in Northern Kentucky. So look forward to a deep dive on that. Hey, we put some numbers on the board last year, and I'll share with you real quick. You see that 1914 number on that slide. At October 1st, that number was 108. Our goal was 1,800. So the economic development team of this company absolutely unlike some other teams playing in stadiums very close to where we sit here, delivered in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying what that team was. You can fill in the blanks yourself. But really,
Reds, I don't know.
right? They crushed it in the fourth quarter to get over the goal of 1,800, and really just an outstanding job by those folks. Why do we do this work? Because this work impacts the people that are already working and living here. For every 2 jobs that you saw, that 1,900, it brings or supports 3 other jobs in the community. So really thrilled by that. These are the names. I'm going to pause just a second so you can take a look at the companies that made a decision in a really volatile and uncertain year to invest their company's dollars or to locate in this community for the first time. Really important, super decisions by those folks. And then last but not least, I mentioned this just a second ago or made reference to it. We're going to take a deep dive on Friday, January 30th with Amy Holloway of AHA Consulting on what are the target industry sectors that we're going to be focused on in the coming year. So again, Pat, thank you for having us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you for letting us do this work on your behalf, Northern Kentucky.
Thank you. All joking aside, Lee is very humble about his work, but he does a fantastic, amazing job. He and Kimberly, the rest of their team, we're very blessed to have them for sure. So I wanted to briefly recognize 3 of our Spark House scholarship recipients in the crowd today. Some of you may not know, but the CBC Foundation through the CBC has sponsored this past year 5 of the new tenants at Spark House, and we'll be doing the same later this year with another class. But at the table back there, we have Nick Farmwald of Added Time Outfitters, a soccer-focused accessory brand, John Gately of Storyalize, an app making reading easier for kids, and Ramon Llamas of Switch Health Spiro, a food as medicine social impact startup. Again, these are being funded through the CBC. We have people at their table that are connectors that can help them. And please make them feel welcome and go up and say hi to them after the program today. We're delighted to have them all here. Yeah, thank you all. Good to have you. Let's meet the newest group of CBC member companies, part of a special group that saw our council grow actually 26% this past year in membership. You know, this is at a time when many of our peer advocacy groups are struggling to grow, so we were very heartened by people's decisions to become a part of the CBC. So please stand as I call your name and remain standing until we finish this segment of the program. We have Lewis Waite of Alinity. Works alongside business owners and leaders to tackle workforce leadership and organizational challenges so companies can grow and focus on that. Rhonda Shires, Bourbon Trails and Bluegrass Tales, creates immersive bourbon tours and tastings that invite guests to slow down, sip, and experience Kentucky's bourbon, horses, history, and bluegrass culture firsthand, discovering Kentucky one sip at a time. Mindy Udell, Distinguishing Style, redesigning homes for even better living and selling for maximum profit. It's a process, and you start the process at callmindy.com. Karen Sherman, EC Learn, inspires and equips families, early childhood professionals, and community leaders to prioritize early childhood experiences for all Kentucky children. Bo Hubbard, Hubbard Strategic Partners, is a Covington-based, veteran-owned owners representation and development advisory firm that helps public and private clients plan, manage, and deliver complex real estate and construction projects with clarity and accountability. Justin Tyus, Jancoa Janitorial Services. This award-winning family-owned business has been around for half a century, delivering reliable, high-quality commercial cleaning at scale with over 500 employees servicing more than 30 million square feet. Renee Reeves, Mosaic Intel, a Northern Kentucky-based consultancy partnering with growing businesses to better understand their customers and make smarter go-to-market decisions. Bob Fessler, NAI Bergman, a commercial real estate company that includes brokerage, property management, as well as development of new buildings. Catherine Ham, NKOL, a managed IT service provider helping tri-state businesses stay productive and secure with cybersecurity, web hosting, network management, help desk support, and more. Now, thanks to Mackey Advisors, let's recognize our member anniversaries for those in the audience today. We have a few of those. Please stand as we would. Our 20-year members, Munninghoff Lang, Tom Munninghoff is here, Ken Muth and John Hurd representing Duke Energy, Eric Severson from Fifth Third Bank. Those are our 20-year members. Our 15-year members, we have a few of those here today. We have Suzanne Deathridge and team from Corporex for 15 years. Trish Nortman, Carrie Graham, and team at St. Elizabeth, 15 years. Also, Aaron Woods, Notre Dame Education Center. They've been members for 15 years. Our 5-year members here today, Steve Tracy, At Work Personnel, Terry Rentrup, Community Montessori, Charlie Vance, Current HR, and Misty Kretsch, Heartland Bank. Let's hear it for all of our new and not so new members. Welcome. Now I'd like to introduce our good friend Mark Guilfoyle from DBL Law, which will be our growth report sponsor. Also, I wanted added privilege here. Tim Ackery, one of our city commissioners, stepped in while we began the program. Tim, it's good to have you here today. So Mark Guilfoyle and his firm is going to sponsor our growth report again this year about all the great economic development news happening in the city. So we thought we'd let Mark introduce the mayor, since the mayor will kind of be handling that component of the program today as part of the state of the city. Mark?
Thank you, Patrick. Tom West, you get a day off today. Go get some more jobs. DBL Law is really honored to sponsor these lunches, and we're honored because it's great to see everybody get together, the diversity in the room, and we're just pleased to do it, and especially on a day like today when we can hear from Ron. So we're looking forward to that. My partner Betsy Weber's here somewhere. Betsy? She's in the back. Hey, Bets. So we have a new managing partner at DBL Law, Patrick Hughes. And he's back working right now, where he should be. And but Patrick's father, Terry, was city engineer in Covington for over 40 years. So Patrick prides himself on knowing where all the sewer pipes are buried, Mayor. If you ever need to locate one, give Patrick a call. But it's an honor to introduce Ron Washington. He and I are both adopted, and he's got a great story about Mrs. Washington, who took care of him. So, you know, we think about her today. But Ron Washington's been mayor for a year now, and man, is he on fire, and is the city on fire. And I think one word really sums him up, and that is collaboration. And, you know, when you come to a room like this and you look around the room and you see all the various entities and groups that a mayor really needs to collaborate with, you know, you've got Julie from Meet NKY, you've got Kimberly from BNKY, Lee. She's the one who got all those jobs. You know that, right? Tara's here from the Ad District. And, you know, all these governmental, quasi-governmental, and nonprofits, there's many others in the room that, you know, Ron is smart enough to know, boy, I can't do it on my own. I've got to reach out and leverage these other great groups. Charmerly does a great job, you know, on the administrative side of things. So, Ron, we're very happy that you're here to tell us about all the good things going on. I won't steal any of your thunder, but I'm sure you'll talk about the 4th Street Bridge. Bridging the gap. So go to the Covington website. That's a helpful resource. So with that, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ron Washington. Ron. You bet.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. All right, here we go. I got so much to say about our great city. Look at all this. It's actually because it's large. It's large print, you know. So it won't be that bad. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the Covington Business Council for hosting us today. I'm truly grateful to be in a room filled with the people who invest in this city every single day. Our business owners, developers, employers, nonprofit partners, economic development leaders, and of course, our city staff. You know, our city staff, whose dedication keeps this city running and turns vision into reality. Just to be grateful to be here. I want to begin with a simple statement. 2025 was a big year for the city of Covington. So let me just stop the speech right there. Dan, will you stand up? Now people, Dan worked on this speech, and that was an applause line, okay? So let's do this again. 2025 was a big year for the city of Covington. All right, come on now, here we go. So look for those applause lines because of our wonderful staff. Thank you, Dano. All right. It was a year of momentum, of validation, and most importantly, a year that laid a strong foundation for what comes next. In 2025, Covington earned national recognition that confirmed what we already knew. We were named one of the 40 most charming small town downtowns in America by HGTV, and one of the top 20 or one of the top small U.S. cities for food and drink by Food and Wine magazine. Those accolades don't happen by accident. They happen because of creativity and investment and because of people who care about Covington's sense of place. And perhaps most telling, according to, now I gave you a hint, so get ready for this, okay? And perhaps most telling, according to the U.S. Economic Census, in 2025, Covington surpassed $1 billion in annual payroll. That tells us that Covington's economy is strong, that our employers are thriving, and that our city is playing an increasingly important role in the regional economy. That success belongs to you, the business community, and to the partnerships that make Covington work. But before I move forward, I want to pause and acknowledge something important. None of this progress happens in isolation. I want to thank our Board of Commissioners, Vice Mayor Shannon Smith, Commissioner Tim Downing, Commissioner James Tebby, Commissioner Tim Ackery. The progress you're seeing across Covington is the result of teamwork, collaboration, and a shared commitment to this city. While we may not always agree on every issue, we are aligned in our belief that Covington deserves thoughtful leadership, responsible decision-making, and relentless focus on moving our city forward. I'm grateful for their partnership, their willingness to engage in hard conversations, and their dedication to serving the people of Covington. The momentum we are experiencing today is truly a team effort. As proud as I am of those accomplishments, I want to be very clear about something. Economic growth alone is not the goal. The goal is a city where people can live, work, start a business, raise a family, and build a future, all in the same place. That philosophy guided our priorities in 2025, and it continues to guide our work today. Today, I'll highlight 5 key areas where we focused our energy. Number 1, the Covington Housing Initiative. In 2025, we launched a comprehensive housing initiative because we knew we had to be proactive, not reactive, when it came to housing. Housing is an economic issue, it's a workforce issue, and it's a quality of life issue. If we want businesses to grow here, workers need to be able to live here. If we want families to stay, homeownership needs to be attainable. And if we want neighborhoods to thrive, vacant and underutilized properties must be brought back to life. That's why we formed a housing development task force made up of business leaders, nonprofit executives, developers, lenders, and policy experts. And they work alongside our city staff to guide and coordinate data-driven strategy. This initiative focuses on supporting home ownership, revitalizing vacant and distressed properties, aligning housing growth with workforce needs. Our goal is simple. Covington must remain a place where people can truly live and raise a family, not just work. That stability benefits everyone in this room because a strong housing ecosystem supports a strong economy. Number two, the Covington Recreation Committee. Another major priority is investing in our youngest residents, our youngest constituents, our youngest citizens. We created the Covington Recreation Committee to improve and expand youth recreation opportunities across our city. This is about more than programs. It's about access. It's about opportunity. And it's about making sure every child, regardless of neighborhood or income, has a safe place to grow, build confidence, and gain the life and skills they need. Strong communities are built early by giving kids opportunities to succeed. This matters to our business community because today's kids are tomorrow's workforce. Number three, bridging the gap. This next topic will affect us all in one way or another. The Kentucky 8 4th Street Bridge Replacement Project and the Brent Spence Bridge Corridor Project. With two bridge projects happening at the same time, we knew we had to act intentionally. That's why we launched Bridging the Gap. Covington's strategy to help residents, visitors, commuters, and businesses navigate construction while keeping our city accessible and open for business. This initiative provides real-time updates, alternative wayfinding, direct coordination with businesses. The goal is to minimize disruption and ensure that Covington remains a vibrant destination. This work is about partnership, and I want to thank the business community for your collaboration during this challenging period. Number four, transitioning to a new form of government. Covington voters made their voices heard by approving a transition from a city manager system to a mayor-council form of government. And yes, Charmelee's coming with me, all right, so don't even worry about it. I couldn't have got this far without her, all right? That decision reflects a desire for clear accountability, stronger executive leadership, and more direct responsiveness. To ensure this transition is done thoughtfully and responsibly, we established the Committee on Form of Government Transition, with input from residents, business leaders, and city staff. The committee is evaluating everything from council size, administrative structure, roles and responsibilities. They are looking under the hood of the car. This transition is about positioning Covington for the future with streamlined decision-making and leadership that can move at the speed of opportunity. For businesses, that means a city government that is responsive and aligned with economic growth. Number five, urban core business growth. Now let's talk about the heartbeat of our city, about the urban core. Downtown Covington is alive with new investment, adaptive reuse, and growing foot traffic. One of the clear signals of that momentum is the future relocation of the Fisher Group's corporate headquarters to the soon-to-be-expanded First District building at 525 Scott Street, bringing hundreds of high-paying jobs to the heart of our city. Let me pause for a second. Okay, staff, we bought you lunch. You lead the clapping. That triggers the room. All right, sorry about that, folks. All right, sorry, folks, sorry, all right. Where am I? Okay, less than a block away, the Cincinnati Business Courier compared the redevelopment of the Ireland building to 608 Madison, to spotting a unicorn, and for good reason. This project, which Lee kind of mentioned, this project, which will house 3 levels of office space and ground level commercial space, is the only speculative office project currently underway in the greater Cincinnati region. All right, we're up to desserts. Let's see if we can get to drinks. And the first of its kind in at least 2 years. This speaks to the market's confidence in Covington's downtown and its future. Our local leaders are taking leaps of faith because the future is so bright. And there's more on the horizon. Soon we'll be sharing exciting news about an international company opening its first U.S.-based production facility right here in Covington. Our food and beverage scene continue to shine as well. Wenzel Distillery restored a historic vacant building in the heart of our urban core, and then went on to win Best American Rye Whiskey at the 2025 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. And Carmelo's was named the #2 best new restaurant in the country by USA Today's 10 Best. That's global and national recognition rooted right here in local investment. Our small business incentive program that's ran by our wonderful economic development team our incentive program also continues to deliver real results. A 2025 audit found that since 2017, the program has supported 177 small businesses and generated $12.4 million in combined public-private investment. So for every dollar of city funding, $11.20 in private capital was invested. That's the power of strategic partnership. In 2025, we also celebrated the grand opening of the One NKY Center, the opening of Spark House, vertical construction at the Covington Central Riverfront, and the opening of Covington's first dedicated bike lane. Each of these milestones represents progress, not just in infrastructure, but in vision. As I look back on 2025, I'm incredibly proud of what Covington has accomplished. But I'm even more excited about what lies ahead, because the story of Covington is not just about growth, it's about intentional growth. Growth that lifts neighborhoods, growth that supports businesses, growth that creates opportunity for everyone. To our business community, thank you. Thank you for believing in Covington, investing in Covington, and helping shape Covington's future. Together we are building a city that honors its history and embraces innovation. Covington's best days are not behind us, they are ahead of us. Thank you. Yeah, questions? Does anyone have questions? Yes, sir.
Is part of the Northern Kentucky Convention Center expansion, is that part of the IRS grant program?
Okay, so the question was, is the Northern Kentucky Convention Center part of the Covington Central Riverfront IRS project? It's a standalone project. We anticipate maybe that the Convention Center will purchase a parcel from the city of Covington. As we're meeting with developers about that, we talk about the expansion, and we look forward to partnering with them and as you probably know, that right now it's at the General Assembly. They have to get the state of Kentucky's permission to do some renovation there to the tune of, I think, approximately $45 million. So we're excited about that. Any other questions?
Come on, I know there's got to be a lot more
You really
questions.
don't have to. Oh, but no. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on, Suzanne, I'm coming back. Yes, you do. I think we need a slingshot in this room. It's so full today.
Is there any way to remove some of the stop signs that lead you up to the 12th Street Bridge?
Yeah, good question.
Any way?
Okay, good question. So let's talk about the 12th Street Bridge. The 4th Street Bridge is about 100 years old, so it needed to be replaced. These are the state of Kentucky's streets that you're dealing with. It's Kentucky Transportation and their bridges. They're in charge. But we're well aware of the backup of the traffic, and we're working with KYTC, and we're advocating for our community. Not only are you seeing the backup on the traffic, but a lot of these cars are also coming onto our side streets that our team is responsible for maintaining. KYTC is taking an approach of, let's just see what happens, kind of monitor it. They're encouraging the public to, pull up your GPS, look for alternative routes, but they are constantly monitoring it. We're constantly advocating for it. So to answer the questions on the stop signs, that would be for the state of Kentucky.
Other questions? Mayor, I've got one. So, all this growth with it brings challenges to infrastructure, things like that. Mm-hmm. Talk about some of those things that may concern you. I mean, I think these are things hopefully we can overcome, but talk about that a little bit too.
Well, I mean, it depends how deep you want to go.
Yeah.
John Lewis said, good trouble. I don't want to ever equate our problems to the problems of the great civil rights leader. But Covington is suffering a lot of good trouble. As the city's growing and people want to be here, it's causing an increase in the need of city services. For instance, our roadway budget is less than $900,000. All the development you see, you would think, and I just mentioned about the $1 billion, the money comes in last. That's what truly happens. And so our team that's sitting at these tables, they're punching above their weight. They really are. Because since we're in the shadows of Cincinnati, we have the benefits of that and the good things and the not so good things. And it's always a struggle with our budget from streets, from roadways. And to be honest with you, as more people come into our community and we welcome them, their expectations are pretty high. As they're coming to our city and they love how you can walk from place to place on the streets and the historic houses, they want to bring from the suburbs 3 or 4 cars. The city wasn't built out to be that way. So that's a struggle that we're constantly trying to work with, parking issues. So it's good problems to have, and we're working at it every day.
Great. Other questions? Coming.
No.
Hoping you get those steps in.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, I'm Melissa Adamchak. I run Upspring, a nonprofit that serves the educational needs of homeless students in the greater Cincinnati area, both sides of the river. I'm just curious if the Housing Development Task Force is also focused on the homelessness issue.
Are they focused on the homeless issue? Not necessarily. The task force right now, their focus is on working adults, the working poor, which obviously could be homeless, but that's where the task force is. You know, we have found there's many people in our city that are contributing, that are laying, sleeping on couches in their parents' basements and et cetera. But you bring up a pretty interesting thing. When I toured the cold shelter several years ago, what was stunning was, as we were going through there, the director pointed out 2 rooms, and the director mentioned that those rooms were for high school students. I'm like, what? So yes, so high school students trying to get their diploma, have rooms at the homeless shelter. So it is an issue in our community.
Question back here, Mayor.
This is a totally off-the-wall question for you. You weren't expecting this one.
6'7".
So me and my son are professional cornhole players. You see cornhole on ESPN and CBS. Me and my son are on there playing all the time. We travel the country playing in tournaments year-round.
Yeah.
Who would I need to talk to in Covington to try to bring one of our professional tournaments here home so all my local people can come watch us?
Would you like to stand?
Can I give you my card and we can chat from there? Perfect. All right, thank you.
Okay, good.
Right.
Lauren, you have one over there?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, go ahead.
Can you tell us about your plans for a little more single-family homes on vacant lots, maybe tear down abandoned buildings?
Sure. So what we did, we're a small player in this. Even, we have about 200 vacant lots or abandoned building. We control about 50, but we take care of about 200. When I say take care, our public works team mows the grass, boards up the buildings. These buildings may be heirs' property, which a lot of times will happen. The family does not take the property through probate, and so then when it becomes in disrepair, they leave it because they're not able to get title and get a bank loan on it. So what we initially did was we grouped some properties together, about 12 properties together, and sent them out to the market to see what people would do. I wasn't happy with the results. We weren't happy with the results of that. We were hoping to sell those lots and take that money and then put that into our housing initiative program to, if the initiative team wanted to use that as down payment assistance. So we were struggling a little bit in that area. I will tell you this, though. We're working with a company, and we just received their drawings to possibly build houses on some of our vacant lots. And the price point looks to be about $180,000. So what does that matter? That matters that most people are telling us to really build a house, single family. I'm talking about a single family, 2-bedroom, bath and a half, is around $207,000, $210,000. So with that $180,000 house, you see, I go and go. But anyway, that $180,000 house, we're hoping to offer down payment assistance through our housing program, our CDBG money, which would give that candidate $10,000 down to help buy down the mortgage. It's a slow process, but it's a process that we're committed to because we have people that deserve, quality housing, that are trying to make their mark, okay? And when I give this speech about, there's people sleeping on couches and stuff and basements, I'm talking about my family members. So I know that it's true, and they're working, they're trying, and I'm gonna keep on trying, and you'll hear me say this brick by brick, house by house, block by block. That's what our team is committed to do. So we do have a lot of opportunities, and we're banging away trying to deliver for our community.
Any other questions? So the mission of the CBC is to advocate for a healthy business climate. It's the verb in our mission statement. And I've said this before publicly, we have a man in this office as mayor who is going to help the CBC to do more with advocacy because he wants to have a strong working relationship with us and the business community. So on behalf of the business community, Ron, we appreciate you and we thank you and we look forward to doing all those things together.
Thank you, Pat.
Let's hear it for the mayor. Great job today.
I love you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks again to our sponsors today, St. Elizabeth Healthcare, the Milburn Group, ECT Cleaning, Fork Bank, Midwest PayLink, BNKY Growth Partnership, DBL Law, Mackey Advisors, A&E Audio, Video, and Event Services, and Crystalline O'Brien Photography. Speaking of photography, if all of our anniversary members would come to the front of the stage for a photo afterwards, I would appreciate that. Please join us next month, February 12th, a week earlier than normal, when Kenton County Judge Executive Chris Knockelman presents the State of Kenton County at the Grand. Also, if I haven't met you, please come up and say hi. I know there's a few folks I haven't met today, so would love to meet you and find out how we can be helpful to you. Stay warm out there, folks. It's cold now and it's getting colder. And thanks again for being part of today's event, which now stands adjourned. Thank you.